This robot learns the same way a toddler does.
Able to manipulate and interact with the world around them. As an industry, we're making progress on each of those three categories.
First it watches, and then it interprets, and then it tries. At that point, calling it artificial feels like a lazy oversight because this intelligence is not based on human artifacts. It's based on interacting with the world itself. That's embodied intelligence. And VLA robotics is on the path to how we get there. All right, so check it out. First, I'm going to tell you something anybody could tell you about VLA robotics, just to bring you up to speed. And I'm going to tell you something nobody's ever told you about VLA to put you ahead of the curve. VLA robotics stands for vision, language, action. So as opposed to pre-programmed code-based systems, in a VLA-based system, the robot can see, that's vision, and then it can understand and interpret what it's seeing through language. And then based on what it's seeing and what it understands about what it's seeing, it performs some action. Vision, language, action. So what this does is it enables advanced robotic systems to interact with their environment in a way that has nothing to do with some pre-existing code base. And that's what we mean between artifact-based intelligence and intelligence that's reinforced by the world itself, by the environment. Really, it's really not that different from what human consciousness does, except human consciousness runs on Doritos. So your systems ain't shit until they can run on Doritos. So here's where things get interesting. AI is artificial because its experience is artificial, artifact-based, based on man-made things, information. Embodied systems generate non-human, non-artificial intelligence. It's a very subtle difference, but it's actually extremely important, especially if you're going to be judging the nature of an intelligence. You probably should know how to talk about intelligence, right? I make clothes, I ain't no doctor, but I'm saying. I think it's important to lay the context of what does artificial really mean, right? So the easiest example that we can go to is in actual archaeology. If you think of an archaeologist in the desert and they dig up a vase, the vase is an artifact because it was created by people. But think about a paleontologist, and they dig up a dinosaur bone, right? And they dig up a T-Rex kneecap. That is not an artifact because a person did not make the T-Rex kneecap, you know? So that's the difference between something natural and something artificial. The T-Rex kneecap is natural, right? But the vase is artificial. So when this advanced robotic system starts going into the environment and its training data is no longer based on things we made and things we generated, but its own experiences in a world that we didn't create, that's when you're getting to the level of having a peer level intelligence right next to you on planet Earth. That's not artificial. Something else. You need a new word. I don't know. So that's what's going over here right now is me and Pepper trying to figure out what new word we're going to use to describe these new upcoming flavors of intelligence accurately and intelligently, right? So anyway, if you found this useful, informational, engaging, I wrote some articles about exploring some other concepts around VLA. You can check those out on my consulting Substack. I'll put that somewhere in the description or link in bio or somewhere, maybe on my forehead. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, peace out.
Oh, who is this?
I'm Nemo.
Well, Nemo, all new explorers must answer a science question.
Okay.
You live in what kind of home?
Okay,
Okay, don't hurt yourself.